Hey everyone, welcome back to our kitchen. My name is Emily and this is Brittany. We're two of Festival's nutrition experts. Today we're whipping up a batch of Better For Us muffins.
Yeah, so today we're making pumpkin, apple, and cinnamon muffins, which have a lot of those great fall flavors. And they're actually a little bit better for us because we're using some functional ingredients.
Yeah, so I think we should just get started right away.
Yeah, so far we've preheated our oven to 400 degrees. And I've grated 2 Granny Smith apples in a food processor. You could also use a hand grater, but whatever's more convenient for you. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started mixing all of the wet ingredients. So of course our apples are fruit in this recipe. Next I have some canned pumpkin, so also veggies in these muffins. And yes, all forms of fruits and veggies do count towards our daily servings.
Yeah, so we're using a fresh apple and canned pumpkin.
Yep.
So 2 of those forms.
And we've got a couple eggs, gonna throw in there. Some olive oil, just a little bit. And pure maple syrup. So this is really the only sweetener going into these muffins. And I do want to emphasize it's pure maple syrup. It's not pancake syrup, so there's a difference there.
So this is a really great example of how we're lightening it up. This is a pretty low sugar and a low fat variety of muffins compared to many other recipes.
Absolutely.
So while you're mixing that up, I'm going to get started on our dry ingredients. This may look like a lot of ingredients, but this is a naturally gluten-free recipe. And whenever you're baking with gluten-free flours, you're going to need a couple different types just to kind of help get that texture that you would with a gluten-containing flour.
Yes.
So the flours that we're using today are buckwheat flour, which is a whole grain. We also have a little bit of gluten-free oat flour, which we actually just blended up some gluten-free oats that we have, but you can also buy a package of, especially Bob's Red Mill. They come pre-ground up. And you can find all these flours in our natural and organic department.
Yes, so Arrowhead Mills and Bob's Red Mill offer lots of options there.
Yeah. The last kind of ingredient in our flour category is some flaxseed meal. And that adds some nice omega-3s.
Yep, and a little bit of fiber too.
Yep. And then our spices, we have some cinnamon, nutmeg.
Again with those fall flavors.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Ginger. And then our typical baking ingredients. We have some baking powder, baking soda, and our salt.
Awesome. I do want to point out too that if you don't want to make your own gluten-free baking flour blend, you can buy a gluten-free all-purpose flour, and it works just as well. It's a little bit more convenient too.
All right, that's all mixed up. I'll give this to you to mix in.
Nice. So I'm just going to combine our dry ingredients into our wet ingredients.
And while you're mixing that up, I'm going to get started on our optional topping. So this is 3 simple ingredients, but it adds a really nice crunch to these muffins.
Yes.
And it's just a little bit another way to get a little bit of nutrition in this muffin. So we have 3 simple ingredients, like I said, just walnuts.
Yummy.
A little bit more maple syrup to sweeten this up.
And I know you said optional topping, but I say highly recommended because it does add some sweetness and that crunch.
Yep. And then the last ingredient is some cinnamon.
Awesome.
Again, to tie it all together. So just give this a quick mix.
All right, these are about ready to go into our muffin tins. Now this recipe does make 12 muffins. I'm just going to bake off 6 today, so I'm just going to give our muffin tin a quick spray with some cooking spray.
Do you want to move that?
Yeah, I'll get it over here so you can top them as I fill the cups.
Yeah,
How's that
great.
sound? So I want to fill each cup about 2/3 of the way full. That one was a little bit fuller than I wanted, but just makes for a bigger muffin, right?
And I love these muffins because not only are they great for breakfast, but they're also great for an afternoon snack, and they pack really well.
Yes, absolutely. So these muffins can be stored in an airtight container, like a Ziploc bag, in the refrigerator, and they'll stay fresh for about a week. So you can make them once and have snacks and breakfast all week long. I'm gonna add a little bit more to this guy. All right.
It's almost done.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even have a chance to look at that walnut topping. It looks so good. I want to eat it just how it is right now. All right,
So
I'm going to go ahead and pop these in the oven.
Yeah, so she's going to pop them in the oven for about 18 minutes or until you can stick a toothpick in the center and it comes out clean. But we actually already have some pre-made.
Look how gorgeous these are.
Look fantastic.
All right, let's give them a try.
Let's do it.
Wow. They're really tender. Definitely all those fall flavors going on.
Lots of cinnamon. Delicious.
Absolutely.
Well, we hope you give this muffin batch a whirl.
And remember, you can always eat well with festival foods.